Cat here. Welcome to a card Cat made. Today I'm actually not making any cards. I have just received my order from the Spellbinders Warehouse Sale and I thought I'd pop on, show you all what I ordered, as well as go through a little bit of the costs and nitty-gritty side of crafting that we don't necessarily talk about, because we always show all the fun stuff but we don't necessarily talk about the costs involved in getting that stuff. And this was a fantastic sale that Spellbinders had. They had stuff out from $1 US or £1 UK. I live in Australia, as you can probably tell from my accent, so I don't have the same deals available to me, but I can buy them and have it shipped internationally, which is what I actually chose to do this time. Shipping for me is much cheaper if I order from the UK site rather than the US site. The last time I checked the US site, it was $99 for just shipping one die, which is out of my price range. It's just not going to work. Whereas the UK site, I have had a small order, I think, of 4 dies, and it cost me, I believe it was £16, which I don't think is that unreasonable, and that was during the BOGO deal. Now this pile here, there's more underneath it, but I'm just kind of hiding what's underneath it. I bought 14 items and it was $155 Australian all up. So that makes it just over $10 an item. By the time you actually take conversion into the count and shipping, it doesn't actually turn out that bad. So I thought I'd go through what I bought, what it cost me, and what I can find that product for in Australia. So first up here, since I've got it on the top, I know a lot of people bought this, but it's the cable knit stencil. It's so big. It's 8.5 by 11 inch, so a full letter size, not quite A4 for us Australians and UK that speak a different language in paper, but so worth it. So this was in the £1 category, and in Australia I have been able to find it for $22 was the best price I can find it online. I think I did pretty well with £1 instead of $22. So now we can see down underneath here the rest of what I bought. I bought this thank you die. As you can see, it's just a basic thank you, but it's a nice size, and I think sentiment dies just will never not be useful. This one was, let me just see, also £1 and was the cheapest I could find. It is $14.50 in Australia. Now anything that was 95 or 99 cents or something like that, I have just rounded up to the nearest dollar, because we don't need to be worrying about that sort of stuff. Then I've got this beautiful better press plate that I've always looked at in the past, but just seemed to always pick something different. So I was so pleased when I saw this one once again in the $1 section, and I have found that for $19 in Australia. I think we can agree that £1 is cheaper than $19, even with conversion, which I will go through shortly. Then we've got the hot foil plate, the little card Big Hello. I've, once again, just one of those ones that I always looked at, thought was beautiful, never bought. So once again, one of the £1 ones. And this one, let me just look at my little piece of paper here, $20 is what I've been able to find it in Australia for. And I have a growing collection of embossing folders. I love embossing folders. They just add so much dimension and texture to cards. So this one is the hand-drawn scallops, and it, I have been out, was also once again £1. I've got stuff actually in price order, so all the top things are £1 and then we go down from there. So this was £1 and I have found this for $15 in Australia. I'm still winning. I'm winning on everything, so it's all good. Then next, once again, $1 for the Bevel Diamonds 3D embossing folder. I love 3D embossing folders, and that was just my computer in the background. I'm so sorry. I normally have things on mute, and I don't know why I don't. I'm just going to quickly reach up and do that. So sorry. There we go. Don't mind me just doing technical stuff while I'm talking, and I'm actually going to do as little editing as possible just so that I can get the video out to you as quickly as I can without as much fuss. So, sorry, the Beveled Diamonds embossing folder, which is, as I said, a 3D one. I love it. Once again, £1, and I have found it for 24 Australian dollars. Still very, very happy with myself, if I do say so myself. Now, our first product that wasn't £1, this one was a whole £3. So all of these, all 7 of these, were £1 each. I'm very, very happy with myself there. We have the optical arches here, and this one, like I said, was £3. Now, the way I kind of work out the cost in my head when I'm purchasing is I know that the Australian dollar is not that good, and against the US dollar and the British pound, I'm basically looking at my dollar being about half as valuable. So for if something's going to if something's £1 or $1 American dollar, then it's basically going to cost me $2. And then shipping, I add an extra $1. So for every dollar, I times it, well, every pound, I times it by 3 to just give myself a rough idea on what I'll be up for. And it's not exact, but it's fairly close, and it gives me an idea when I'm doing stuff. So I'll go back to talking about what I bought. I'm sorry. So yeah, like I said, $3, £3, which I equate to being about $9, but $17 I have found this for in Australia, so I'm still on top. This is one of my favourite things that I've bought. I finally completed my set from Nancy's. See? Our little Nancy stamps symbol there. I don't know if you can see it. Now, anyone that's not from the Foiling Snobs Club that has come across this video, please go ahead to Facebook and join the Foiling Snobs Club. My Nancy, I would describe as my mentor. She is phenomenal and has taught me everything I know about foiling, and has given me a lot of the confidence that I have in card making, and is a lot of the reason behind why I actually started this channel. So I give all credit to Nancy, and I'll actually include her Spellbinders link below, because that's what I used to purchase my stuff, and Nancy's fantastic. So yeah, Nancy actually, this is part of her collection, and I have the rest of her collection, but I didn't have this one, and I'm so happy to be able to finish off the set with this. So I have the dies and I have the stamp set, and I love them, and I believe I have cards showing them. If not on YouTube, then I definitely do on Instagram. That's the word I was looking for. So that was my first item in the £5 range, but the cheapest that I've been able to find that in Australia is for $31, which, by the way, if you are after it in Australia, the cheapest place to buy it is Crafty Critta. Get on it. I can link that below, because I have a link for Crafty Critta. So look below. So I don't know how to do below. Yeah, below. Feels weird to do that. Then I love little dancing dies, so I managed to get this little dancing deer. He was, yes, I think it's a he or she. We don't get reindeer in Australia, so I just think this is adorable. I mean, if we do get reindeer in Australia, feel free to tell me that I'm wrong. I always don't mind being told that I'm wrong. I don't take it to heart. But no, I love these, and yeah, like I said, £5. It is, I believe, out of stock everywhere that I could find, but was listed at $25. So I'll take £5 over $25. Then I'll skip that one just at the moment, if I could. You saw what it is, but that's beside the point. Now, these two I actually bought because when I looked closely, they're actually the same font. And like I said earlier, I love sentiments and find them really, really useful. So this one is from August 2020. Sorry, 22. I can speak. August 22. And has the words hello, cheers, thanks, congrats, for, and you. And has a large flower, a small flower, a sprig, and a leaf sprig. And I just think there's a lot of uses and versatility in that, as well as it's the same font as this set. So then this set here is, yes, they're a little bit smaller, but I still think, who cares? We often use different sized sentiments that aren't necessarily the same size, but they work together, and being the same font is even added bonus. But here we have merry, greetings, warm, Christmas, holiday, wishes, cheer, enclosed, joyous, and hugs. But then we also have a poinsettia, a sprig, a flower, a petal, and some leaves. So great value. Both of those were only £5 each, and I have a whole bunch of sentiments that I can use, and I love just making sentiments that I can use at a future time so that they're there and ready made. So I'm really happy with both of those. And then I've got this big one. Oh, sorry, talking about prices for those. I can't get the club kits in Australia, so pricing out these small die, all three of these, putting a price on these is actually really difficult because I can't get them in Australian dollars. So I don't know how to tell you what they're worth in Australian dollars, but I can tell you that these were both £27 when they were full price. I paid £5 each for them, but if you count that how I said earlier that everything is double for us, well, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to pay $54 for it, and I also don't think they would charge us $54 for it, but that's what our conversion rate would be for it. So I'm not putting a value of $54 on it, but if I put a value of $27 on it instead of pound, which it would be more than that, then that's well and truly worth it. So yeah, I don't know exactly how to value these ones, but to me they're worth well and truly a lot more than what I paid for them, as well as this one, which was also £5, and it has lots of words. It has sending birthday wishes or birthday wishes enclosed, happy birthday to you, sending birthday, like it's my happy birthday. It's got the whole range. It's got nice banners for them to go on so that you can have pretty banners that look like that. You can stack things up and you can change, well, I mean, I know they all have the same words, but you can change what the words are in there. There's more balloons. I don't think you can have enough different die sets for balloons because they're all different sizes and shapes, and I think I've probably got about 4 or 5 different sets. I think this is probably my 5th set of just Spellbinder balloons. And I would not be sad at all with a couple more sets. I don't have any heart-shaped ones yet, so that would be a good one. So no, yeah, with all the sprigs and extra stuff that came with it, I just think it was well and truly worth it. So not only did we get the sentiments, there's also, what is there? There's the 3-tier banner, there's balloons, there's a large flower, a medium flower, a small flower, the flower sprig, a large leaf, a small leaf, and yeah, some sentiments, and the long and short strings. So this one they had valued at £40. So once again, I'm not going to say it's worth double that because that's just what our conversion rate is. It doesn't make it worth that much, if you understand. Well, of course you understand, but that's just how in my mind. So I value it basically. I'm just trying to make it roughly about the $40, because that way in my head I go, yep, cool, it's well and truly worth its money. And once again, it was only in the £5 range, so I think that's fantastic. And then we get down to my last two items, which are some of my favourites. We have a £5 one and my most expensive, which was a £10, but I just love this little bear set. I saw Nancy make a card with this a long time ago, and I just loved it then, and I've just thought it was so cute ever since. And then when it became available and it was only £10, and then I checked and they had the stamp set that matched, and it's like, well, £15 for a little set, how can I say no to that? So I didn't say no to that, because why would I do that to myself? This was worth this one I paid £10 for. Cheapest I found it in Australia is £45, not pounds. I'm not getting any better at mixing up these pounds and dollar signs. So $45 is the cheapest I found this in Australia, which sounds a bit ridiculous, but that's what it's worth. And the stamp set, $26, and I paid £5 for it. So all up, I paid $155, and our value was, oh, I didn't write that number down. I'm so sorry about that. Just give me one moment. So what my total was it was £49. So all up, with my 7, £1, £3, I think there were 5 of them at £5 and 1 at £10, was £49, and I paid £28 in shipping, which came to $155 Australian. So yes, I spent more than half in shipping just to get it to me. But when I priced those out in Australian dollars, the ones that I can get in Australia, so I can't even get these ones in Australia, so just these ones alone would be $256.50 if I were to buy them at their cheapest I can get them in Australia. If I add these back into it, not that I can get them, but let's say I call them $1 for each pound. So we call these $27 and we call that $40, then I'm looking at $352.50. And I got that for $155. So I'm not saying it's so cheap and everyone should jump on and order everything they can from the UK. It is still a sizable amount of money to get it shipped over to you. But when the bargains are this good, I absolutely think it's worth it. Especially when things like the dies of the month come up when we can't get those. Or I don't want to say we can't get those, because we can get those. We just have to choose to pay the shipping. And if you can do that, I am so happy for you. I'm a little bit jealous, but actually only in a good way. In the jealous that I'm so happy for you. Because I would love to be in that position, but I'm not in that position. Do I think they're worth it? Absolutely. And I would love to be in the position that I could afford the club kits every month. But this is a way that I can still get hold of the products, and I can buy them directly from Spellbinders, and I can support people that I love, like Nancy, and use her link. So, am I saying it's for everyone? No, but I think it's worth looking at when they do a great bargain like this. And do I recommend it? I absolutely do. I recommend having a look when they have a discount or a great deal or sale that you want to look at. Have a look at it. Make yourself a cart. Go through to the checkout and just see what the value is. And don't look at each product necessarily for its price, but look at your overall price, including your shipping, and divide that by the amount of products you can get, and weigh it up against what you can get in Australia, because we don't necessarily always get the best deals. But that's just my 2 cents. I hope you all have a lovely day and that I didn't make any of that confusing. And I hope I gave you all of the prices. If I missed anything, please just reach out in the comments. If you have any questions at all, reach out in the comments. I'll try and add some links just to Crafty Critta and to Nancy's Spellbinders affiliates, because I'd love to support her if you're planning on doing any shopping. I'd love you to show her your support because she's fantastic. I'll also share Foiling Snobs Club down the bottom. I'm an admin over there. I just help out, make sure that everything runs smoothly. And yeah, it's my friend Nancy Stamps and Tracy Schultz group, and they have some amazing help over there to help people with their foiling, card making, crafting in general. Just, it's a lovely, supportive, wonderful place to be. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if you have anything, well, if there's anything that I've bought that you'd like to see me make, please shout out, let me know. Have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Bye.